Welcome back to College Football 25 and building the Chippewas. Heading into 2031. And who knows what to expect. We've got a good team here. You look at the roster. You look at especially that defense and an 87 overall. You think we're going to have a chance to compete. Paul Spitz, his first year as starter. Going to be real key for this team, and hopefully he develops as the season goes along. Really put that elite development that he has to work. Sitting on the bench for a couple years, I don't know if it did him any favors. We may have made a mistake with that one, but he didn't have a playing time deal breaker, so we didn't put him in that spot over Sean Butts. So we're going to see how he does. But overall, I think we've got a pretty good team. You look into the schedule that we set ourselves, it's very much set up in our favor. I mean, we got UConn here week 1 that for whatever reason is ranked. I have no idea why they're ranked. Their overalls don't say they should be. We've got a bye week, week 2. Then we face Georgia Tech at home, or actually on the road, rather. An easy, hopefully, preseason. Fucking hell, man. Is my head still in Sandusky or what? Easy week 3 game here in Georgia Tech that we'll likely lose, let's be honest. Then we play Boise State. Now, I pondered with moving this game over to the blue turf, but instead, we'll have a second non-conference road game against number 13 Mississippi State, just as a potential resume builder. But if we don't win the first 3 games, let's be honest, that resume ain't going to matter. So let's head into our prospect list. I don't think our star rating went up at all heading into this year, so we're still kind of a little bit boned when it comes to that. Now, no 5-star quarterbacks looking in our direction necessarily, but I feel like we might be able to get one of these guys with the coach prestige deal breaker. Now, a 5-star is certainly a massive shot in the dark, but I feel like the one from Indiana here, Brownsburg, Indiana, Marcus Garrison's probably our best bet. However, I'm kind of looking at the improviser, Brian Flores, here on this one. Not going to add that many 5-stars. That didn't work out well for us a year ago. Only one 5-star running back, and it's an athlete. Okay. A 5-star receiver would do us a world of good, but none are going to talk to us. A couple of 5-star tight ends, and one's from Michigan. Going to be some tough competition for Malik Kendricks, but add him to the board. I'm sorry, what was this guy's name? David Ha. Now, if we have a bad season and that coach prestige goes down, we're going to be in a world of trouble when it comes to the 5-stars. But right now, where we think we have a chance at this, we'll add a couple to the board. Brian Flores, I know. I figured. I was just going to gloss over that. Doug Draft. Interesting. Rashawn Steed? Who knows? We'll figure it out if we get him on this team. Let's add him to the board since defensive tackle is a need. Outside linebackers listed as a need. We'll give it a go. Dallas traded Peyton Hendershot. Was that really a typo, or did you mean to call him Hendershot? Johnny Monty. What a power name that is. Corner. Safety. No 5-star safeties. All right, I forgot. That's always been a weird part so far in this game. We targeted 7 5-stars. That's a little crazy. Now, are there any 4-star quarterbacks that just are interested in us? No. Okay. Actually, let's just sort by open. First 4-star, not great. Another scrambler. Brian Chavis, an improviser. Cameron Cave. I don't mind improviser so much. Josh Klaus here. That's a thought. Although he's another scrambler. God damn it. Bradley Johnson. Ooh, hello. Zamora, best player in the state of South Carolina, 6th-ranked quarterback. Now, we don't need a quarterback this season, necessarily. In theory, we have Paul Spitz for another 2 years. But gotta do something at the position this year. Otherwise, things could get very, very bad. So, at running back... There we go. I think we got it sorted right now. 3rd-ranked running back, James Brown. Then we have John Asamoah here. Okay, power back. Receiving back. I'd like an elusive back. So how about Terrence Harvin to the board? Gonna be some tough competition there. Is just no 4-star just directly interested in us here? It's looking that way. Ouch. Fullback, I think we're fine for now. Receivers, target a couple 4-stars here and hope for the best. Don't need to be up towards the top. Mike Gooden, route runner, 185 pounds, and at 5'7", if this guy isn't fast, I swear to God, we'll add him to the board. And we have Donnell LaRue here from Detroit, so add him as well. Tight end, it's not a need, so we can mostly skip over that. Offensive tackle is just always a need. Let's scroll a little bit farther down the board. Chad Johnson. Now, if I'm really sad we can't edit numbers, because I would totally make this guy wear 85. 85. I know it's Ocho Cinco, but I forgot which number. I know Ocho. I forgot what Cinco was for a second. Cameron Sanders at guard. Lovelace is such a nice name. Add him. We don't need a center. Well, that's interesting. We're going to target one anyway in David Valentine. Defensive end. Well, like, I could list them off, but, like, I think I can count to 10 in Spanish. That's about it. But it's been so long since I did it, I just forgot. Oh, hey, look! A 4-star defensive end that actually wants to come here, at least for the moment. Duke Countess. Oh, you gotta remember it because of ESPN 8, the Ocho, too. Nick Chin from Michigan. That sounds great. We like that. Oh, and hey, another player that's... Really? Player from Pennsylvania that's just right out of the gate considering us. LaRon Bouchard. 4-star run stopper defensive tackle. What the hell? We are setting ourselves up for such failure here. One from Michigan locked this out. Here we go. Jamie Brink. 7th at his position. Let's also go... Let's get another one here somewhere. Frederick Hurt. 4th at his position. Does he have a big chin? At defensive tackle, you never know. Alright, James Tobin. Ronald Roundtree. Sure. Just add one 4-star in there. Corners? Ooh, I like this. Deontay Irving. 4-star cornerback. We're 5th on his board. Stiff competition, though. We're going to have to make sure that we do everything that we can on him just right away. And actually, another one from Michigan here in Steven Riggins. Just add them both. 4-star safeties. And we'll add Johansson. Oh, no 4-star kickers. I don't think you're ever going to see one in this game. I really don't. So then we're also going to add some 3-stars to the board right out of the gate. Just because I feel like we're setting ourselves up for a lot of failure if we just focus on 4-stars and 5-stars right from the get-go. Get some guys in this class. Even though there's 3 stars all the way to the end, we'll add some right now since we have the space on the board. There's a quarterback named Breeze and a quarterback named Cutler. Oh my. I think we'll be set with 3 quarterbacks on the board. We'll get one of them, whether they're good or not. 3-star running back Emmett Knight. Fullback's not a need. We'll skip that for now. Receiver, Mike Lamb. Is he related to CD? Probably not. Add him to the board. Deep threat at 6'1", 197. Soma Smoker. Well, we're about to lose Stefan Smoker, so that's a bit unfortunate. Jared Blunt. Sure. 4 more targets left. We'll skip tight end. We'll head into offensive tackle. Gio Ring. Kenneth Vedvik. Comes up with these names. We'll go Monty Free. Center's still not a need. And we'll address defensive end a little bit here, hopefully. Why is this Ezekiel Melifonwu? But for whatever reason, the M in his last name is lowercase on here. That's bizarre. I don't know if I've seen that. Welcome in, Melifonwu. So that's our board set for the time being. So scholarships to be offered all the way around before we scout some of these players. Well, so when it comes to the Spanish, I never had to, like, a foreign language wasn't required as, like, a graduation requirement when I was in school. So I never really took one outside of, there was a class called, like, Foreign Language Explorer or something that they made you take in, like, junior high. Good thing with adding these 3 stars in now is that we shouldn't have to focus on them too much. I don't even think we need to worry about scouting the 5 or 4 stars necessarily. We're going to head down here to the bottom and scout from the 3 stars onward. And if we can scout otherwise, then we'll do it. But I think we want to get the busts off of the board. Emmett Knight, the 3-star running back, is actually a gem. That's good. Mike Lamb, no boom, no bust. Neither is Blunt. 2 gems. We're looking good. Vedvik, as is. Monty, no, not Monty, Free. Ouch. And then what about Melifonwu? All right, 3 gems, 1 bust. So let's get Free off the board, go get another guard. Or we could just go for the best 3-star. Like Brett Henry here. Or Henry. 13th at his position. We're going to have to do a little bit of work on him. Let's see about Henry. He's also a bust. 3-star guards are not working out very well for us. I guess we could just go into recommended, but that's not probably very high percentage. Let's go back in here. Jerry Sowers is a 3-star. Marcus Pitts is a 3-star. Interest from Ohio State. Let's see what's going on here. Or at least he's considering Ohio State. Please not a bust. Are we... Bro! Cameron Picard. Picard just screams gem to me, right? Right? Well, he's just fine. So we'll offer him a scholarship. Let's head up to Flores, do some scouting on him. He's right at 5-star, okay. Not really super worried about the offensive line, scouting them. Let's go Malik Hendricks. He's right there. And then we can do a little bit on another guy, like, let's go Zamora. That was the 4-star scrambler quarterback. Short accuracy at 85, hey. Why do we only have 450 hours? That doesn't look good at all. We can spend 70 hours a week on Brian Flores, which means I'm probably going to try and do the best I can with that. Did our hours per go down? Hours per week? I mean, we're gonna get locked down on a good chunk of 4-stars if we just go ham on the 5s right now. I mean, we can hardly get the 5s as is. I mean, now we're already down into Zamora. I don't know if 15 hours right out of the gate is going to be enough to keep their interest for a little bit. But I guess we're going to have to find out. Now, LaRue and Johnson already locked us out, but then we can get 2 more at 15. Get not even really close to half the board. 5 points on Lovelace, I guess, and hope we get more hours next week. Out on Lovelace, out on Valentine, Fuller, Chin. Nick Chin goes somewhere else. Roundtree, Dubose, Johansson, and even a 3-star in Jared Blunt. Oh my. That is really unfortunate. So I guess let's go to a guy that we just need to try and do something on. We're not in the top anything when it comes to Frederick Hurt, so we'll spend the 5 hours there. So I don't really know what happened. We scheduled UConn because we thought they were going to be a cookie. We even made them come to Kelly Short Stadium. 85 overall offense, scored 7 points. Now, did UConn get crazy better in the offseason or something? Yeah, they did. I'm fairly positive this team was in like the 77s in terms of overall on almost everything when we made this schedule. So they got crazy better. No wonder we lost. So Steed, we have a deal breaker. That's not looking very good. We also have a deal breaker with Montagui here. Let's be smart and get them off the board. I mean, if we can even convince one 5-star to come to CMU, that is a win. D'Imperio, off the board. Hurt, Riggins, Knight. Let's focus on who we have here for right now. So we're going to have to do more when it comes to Zamora. 15 is just not going to be enough. So what we'll do is head in, go 25 on these guys instead. Well, we didn't get blasted like I thought we might. 21-13. Lost to Georgia Tech. Now, we're pretty much just hoping for MAC play to start. I mean, UConn's already up to 9th in the country. They're 3-0, which is crazy to see. I don't know, maybe we got a shot against Mississippi State, but with the way we played in the first 2 games of our year, who knows? Now we got 0-2 Boise, a chance to maybe sneak out a win, especially at home. MAC Defensive Player of the Week goes to sophomore Zach Folk. 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. First win of the year, but it was a tight one over now 0-3 Boise, 32-28. I don't know. Broncos might have just been on one. I don't know. We'll see, but never count out Boise. So Carlos Diaz has us locked out on playing style, which is just that one drives me insane. I just don't know what you can do about it. Like, define playing style. What does it mean? What can I do to fix it? Harvin goes to Syracuse. Countess has us locked out. Also on playing style. God, I hate that. We're going to let these guys ride on the board here for a little bit. But we're going to shift the hours elsewhere. Going to spend 25 on Irving. 25 on Lamb. 25 on Ring. And 25 on Vedvik. How's Chadwick doing with the 5? We're leading there, so no concern. Melifonwu goes to Iowa State. So the only person on our board right now that isn't getting any sort of effort is 3-star right guard Cameron Picard, but we're second on his board and his only offer at the moment. Yeah, scheduling those 2 ranked teams just because, you know, we thought they were going to be a little bit easy wins. We saw we had a better overall than them. That did not work out because those overalls that they show in custom schedules ain't what they're going to be in the year that you schedule them. UConn 6th in the fucking country. No matter, no wonder we got mashed. So Brian Flores to Washington, a 5-star quarterback, was certainly reaching. Let's be honest on that. And Diaz still has us locked out with the deal breaker. David Ha goes to Georgia. So that leaves 3 5-stars left on the board. And that coach prestige, if it goes down, Malik Hendricks is going to say no. Playing time deal breaker when it comes to Johnny Monty here. Can we max? We can max out his hours. We'll just send him the 25. It's just one last-ditch effort. He's got a visit with Ohio State coming up in Week 14. It's a long ways away. If they take away what effort they're doing with him, Johnny Monty could come to CMU this week. However, I don't anticipate that happening. I feel like there's going to be some sort of effort, and we're going to be out on Monty, and then we're going to be down to 2 5-stars on the board. How much should we throw at Goodwin here? I'm going to get the 25 off. I'm going to send the house on him. 60 hours. Sanders. Fairly good for the top 3 for the moment. Still locked out on Countess. If we do anything here on LaRon Bouchard, that could be good news. Spread the wealth here this week. Even though that's probably the worst thing we could do. Let's get that out of there. So much for spreading the wealth. We're just going to send the house on Jamie Brink. Well, we start MAC play with a 21-10 win over Toledo. That is an encouraging thing to see. We're getting into the opponents now where you'd think that more often than not, we should, at this point, be the better team. So hopefully that is the case as things go forward. Northern Illinois up next on the schedule, and nobody on our schedule, at least for the moment, is ranked. Northern Illinois at 3-2, Miami of Ohio at 3-2, Buffalo 1-4, Ohio 4-1, Kent State 2-3, Western Michigan 4-1, and Eastern Michigan also 4-1. Johnny Monty goes to Ohio State. We kind of figured that was going to happen. Diaz has us locked out still with that playing style that's only getting worse. And Baylor is nearing a commit on him. Zamora goes to NC State. That's rough. Gooden, we're kind of in a race here. We'll spend 5 just to kind of do whatever we can to get as close to that 70-hour threshold. Sanders, we are falling behind Oregon quickly. Spend 65. Out on Irving. We got 12 guys on our board. It's going to be a good week, I think, to... Well, first off, spend 25 on Picard. And then head into the prospect list. Now, there are... Let's see if there's some 4-stars kicking around. No open quarterbacks willing to talk to us. Any 4-stars? There is at least one wide receiver. Not good and targeted, but we're second on him. We do hate Ohio State. Of course we do. Tight end we didn't need. Offensive tackle, no. I mean, I don't know what happened to our hours, man. We had like 600 hours to work with last year, and now all of a sudden we're down to 450. Oh, hello. 4-star quarterback Akeem Kiki out of Forest, Virginia. Coach Prestige, we're good for the moment on that. Add him to the board. Also 4-star safety Vince Freeman. 7th best safety. Huh. Also a Coach Prestige deal breaker there. No strong safeties, so now we're going to have to go into the 3-stars again. Lost out on just about every possible quarterback. If we can get a quarterback that's anywhere close or any better... Oh, I got excited. Actually, this here isn't bad. Alexander Donahue, 42nd in the country at his position. That's not a bad guy to target, even though he's a scrambler. Let's do that for now. Kennedy's 49th. He's also a scrambler. Give me a fucking field general or improviser. God bless America. I was really hoping this guy's name was Antonio Brown. It's Alex Brown. Add him to the board. Makes sense. As with Nazir Broussard. Illinois, no deal breaker that we can see. Guard. We're already good on at least one guard here. Jalen Freeze, who knows? Probably Freeze, let's be honest. No centers necessary, so we'll skip that. Monty Tubbs. Sounds good to me. Out of Utah. Got a good chunk of defensive tackles here at 3-star that are ranked fairly highly and still opening to talk to us. We got a junior college sophomore, though, so Devarius Michelle and Howie Harris going to be our guys here at that position. No idea how this one's ranked. Eric Roseman. Probably add a second outside linebacker. Roseman and Freeland. The middle linebacker, we got DJ Adler here, run stopper, pass coverage, field general, Julius Coffey. But we sort the other way around. Can I find a field general in here that's ranked higher than Coffey? Only barely. Okay. Corners. Let's get some. Carl Bush. Terrell Wimbley. And Paul Stone in case nothing else works out. And at safety, I want to sort it this way. Damian Kafka here, 27th best safety in state. We're already third on this board. We haven't even touched him. So we'll go there. And then strong safety. This is where it's going to get a little rough, because I think there is one strong safety willing to talk to us right now. Sidney Ford. Add him to the board. And then, you know what? Let's go after a true punter. Even though we put a kicker at the punter position, and I think, as far as I know, it's working out. So I don't think we're going to be able to offer scholarships to everybody. At least this week. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. But we're going to do this now. There's a good chance we get locked out on a lot of these guys. But hopefully they survive another week to the point that we can get some action in on them next week, as we are out of hours. A little bit of a surprise. Wasn't really expecting this because we didn't do a lot of work on the 4-stars this week. Jamie Brink, 4-star outside linebacker in-state, has committed to Central Michigan. So, like, it's the best team we've ever had when it comes to overalls. However, the results just aren't there. I mean, we got the 87 overall defense, and unless Northern Illinois has, like, a crazy offense and the worst defense you've ever seen, I don't understand. 87 overall defense is allowing 38 points to a MAC team. Alright, so we're going to absolutely send the house this week as much as we can when it comes to Malik Kendricks, because we have an actual chance to get a 5-star commit here. So we're going to back off this 5, at least for the moment. We can't max this out, but we're going to spend as much as we possibly can because we're so fucking close. Before that visit with Northern Illinois, like, we have to get that done. He's so close. Locked out on Diaz. That doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Gooden goes to Purdue. Sanders to Oregon. Countess to Wisconsin. Bouchard to Virginia. Brink commits here. It's going to be 1 4-star, maybe a 5-star. And then the rest is going to be 3s. Doing much of anything on Chadwick is probably not going to do much for us, given how far behind we are on UConn. But I guess I can't blame him, man. UConn's having a crazy season. If they want to recruit 3-star quarterbacks by choice, have at it. Leading on Lamb. Leading on Geo Ring. He could use a little bit more. We'll spend 10 there. Vedvik. We'll go 15. Javier Petty. This is where this is going to get really interesting. I don't know if 15 is going to be a lot for most of these guys, but I feel like we've got to get action in on the majority of them. So we're going to do what we can to make sure that happens. Oh, God, we haven't even offered scholarships yet. Alright, well, we'll spend the rest of these, at least for the moment, on scholarships. Because apparently we didn't do that the week prior. Kind of forgot about that. And then we'll spend some points on some people. Hopefully. Now, the only problem with a lot of these 4-stars is that we're just not on their board. They could lock us out at any moment. So we'll, I don't know, spend 5 just to get some contact going on a couple of these guys, and hopefully they'll consider us into next week. Might as well upgrade coach skills while we're here. Tactician doesn't really seem to be doing a lot of anything for us. So we're going to head into Motivator, I guess. And, that doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't know. Maybe we save up and try and lock something, or unlock something like Strategist or something. Tactician just doesn't seem to do much for us. I mean, we've got this mostly maxed out. Not mostly maxed out, but advanced a decent way. I don't know. We'll keep going at it, I guess. Even though it's probably the worst possible decision. Well, I mean, is it at the position we wanted? No. But this is indeed the first 5-star recruit here in building CMU. Malik Hendricks out of West Bloomfield, Michigan, has signed on, or at least committed for the moment, to the Central Michigan Chippewas. Watch this be the first one that flips on us. So we're sitting here at 3-4 after beating Miami of Ohio, who we handed them their first MAC loss. We've got a cookie, let's be honest, this upcoming week with Buffalo, who's 1-6. We're at home. We have no reason to lose this game. 135 hours is bad. Carlos Diaz goes to Baylor. We kind of felt that happening. Chadwick to UConn. Same deal. Kind of expected that. And then we probably got locked down on a good chunk of these guys towards the bottom of the board. That's okay for the moment. We've got 26 targets. Before we head in and add some more, let's make sure we got enough stuff going on with the guys that are already here. Lamb is probably going to commit next week. Mike Lamb. Geo Ring might require a little bit more, and this guy's a gem. Let's see if we can soft sell him at all. Probably not. It's a little close with Western Michigan, and we're going to want to make sure that this commitment happens prior to that visit. So we're going to back those off and go send the house and hope for the best on that. Vedvik, it's another close battle. So again, we'll back off all these, and then we're going to send the house on him. Picard, we're in no danger for the moment. We do have this one stray 4-star in Petty, who we should probably do more with. Get ourselves up that board. Kiki, we're somehow... He hasn't even named his top 8 yet. I have no idea how we're still even in this race. If we lose Akeem Kiki, guess it could be worse. Freeman. Back off this stuff. Going to send the house. And then we're good on Donahue for the moment. We're not in right now on Jermaine Rowe. We're in okay shape on BJ Mangum. We're at least in the top 8 here. Good on Brown. Good on Broussard. We're fine for the moment on Tafisi. Freeze, Tubbs, Devarius Michael. Let's spread these points around a little bit on these guys towards the bottom of the board. It's not going to be much. And I mean, I don't think we're even in consideration of any of them. Actually, I lied. The corner, Paul Stone, the 3-star, is somehow, or we're leading on him somehow. Couldn't tell you how. Damian Kafka also leading there. And then the punter in Slade Lawrence, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Well, we felt this coming. 3-star wide receiver Mike Lamb has committed to Central Michigan, as has 3-star left tackle, Gio Rang. Oh, we get more. 3-star right tackle, Kenneth Vedvik. That's our commitments for the week. Would have wanted probably more than a 10-point win here, but CMU is back to 500. 3-1 in MAC play. We face Ohio, who's now 2-2 in the MAC. Weak non-conference for Ohio, maybe? Who knows? Kent State, 2-2 in the MAC. Western Michigan, who's 3-1 in the MAC, same as us, 6-2 on the year. That may be a tough game, and same with Eastern, who is already bowl eligible. An 11-point loss to Ohio. Might have been our toughest MAC game remaining. They're sitting there at 7-2. Got Kent State at 5-4. We're on the road. We need to win it bad because Western's on one this season. Eastern lost last week, so who the hell knows? All right, so we beat Kent State 24-16. That's good. The only bad news is that we have now ranked 8-2 Western Michigan on the road. Holy shit, they did it. 17-14. Just beat a ranked team. That's interesting. by 3 points. And now we get Eastern Michigan at home. We're currently second in the MAC, so hey, things are actually looking fairly decent. We beat Eastern. We are going to play for the MAC championship. Alex Brown to Arkansas. And Freeze to Eastern. Still got a decently sized class. At least for the moment. At least decently sized board. Picard's probably going to commit here in the next couple weeks. We're in here with Javier Petty. With Texas. I don't know if there's much else we can do outside of spend 5. Hope for the best when it comes to that. We lead on 4-star cornerback Akeem Kiki. That's good news. Lead on Freeman. Donahue, Rowe, Mangum, Godshaw. Broussard, we trail Western. We don't want him to go to Western. By any means. Now, the only problem is we can only do 25. Just as a last-ditch effort. Tafisi, we lead. Tubbs, Freeland, Bush. We're in there on Wembley. Cornerback Paul Stone, we just trail Florida, but oh boy. That's going to leave us with 5 hours to spend somewhere else, and we just don't have another way to spend 5 hours, I don't think. Outside of maybe Freeman. Actually, probably be better suited to go to Kiki. Let's try that. 3-star right guard Cameron Picard has committed to Central Michigan. We saw that coming. Oh my god! Holy shit, they did it. Beat Eastern in the final week of the regular season, and Central Michigan, against probably every possible odd, is going to the MAC championship game against Toledo. Looking for our second MAC title in Connor Stallion's tenure. We have a chance.